Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, and welcome to the next viewer submission sets week upload. Today's upload is a Cobalion set submitted to me by a user by the name of TheticSpoon. So let's take a look. So to start things off for this set, we're going to begin by giving Cobalion an impish nature to increase its physical defense but lower its special attack, and for the ability we're going to be going with Justified. As for the EVs, we're going to put 252 EVs into our HP, 4 for our physical attack, and the remainder 252 EVs into our physical defense to give us our max physical defense and max HP possible with the impish nature. And for the item, we're going to be going with leftovers as a way to recover a little bit of HP at the end of every turn. As for the moves on the set, this Cobalion is meant to be a defensive support type of Cobalion to kind of shy away from the usual physical sweeper Cobalion that you see so often. So the first move on the set is going to be Substitute as a way to get behind a protective barrier to shield Cobalion from any extraneous damage, also to potentially dodge any status moves like Will-O-Wisp or Sleep Powder that Cobalion might be threatened by. But once we have a sub up, we're going to be able to either harass our opponents with our attacking moves or status them with Thunder Wave. And Thunder Wave is obviously really great for a set like this because of the fact that Cobalion will now be able to paralyze any member of your opponent's team that isn't immune to it isn't immune to Thunder Wave, and also then provide team support in that sense because now any other Pokemon on your team will be faster than this Pokemon, allowing you to outspeed and potentially deal some massive damage. But for the attacking moves on the set, we're going to start by using Sacred Sword over Close Combat, obviously because this is a defensive set, so we don't want the minus defense and minus special defense drops that come with using Close Combat, but also because Sacred Sword is really powerful in itself. It's 90 base power, and it's really great for you to use against any Pokemon that has already accumulated any defensive stat boosts, because Sacred Sword completely ignores them, meaning that if you're up against a Pokemon such as a Bulk Up Scrafty, you could use Sacred Sword to completely bypass any of the defense boosts that Bulk Up provided and potentially KO it right then and there. And for the last move on the set, we're going to be going with Iron Head as a way to also deal damage through your secondary stab move, but also to potentially paraflinch things that you've already paralyzed with Thunder Wave, since Iron Head also has a 30% chance to flinch your opponent. But to quote the user and what he said when he posted this set on the viewer submission sets week video, he said, "Cobalion has massive defense, base 129, and has a great steel typing. A physically defensive Cobalion is a great physical wall for UU and can also slow things down with Thunder Wave. For example, there is only a 50% chance to be one-hit KO'd from a Flare Blitz coming off of a Scarfed Adamant Darmanitan." Holy crap, that's ridiculous defense right there, just pointing that out, because that's a super effective hit. And Darm's superpower is always a 3-hit KO, meaning that you could take those all day from that thing. Cobalion also always lives V-Create from a Scarfed Victini. And that right there is huge, because V-Create from Scarf Victini is one of the most threatening things to run into in UU. It pretty much destroys half of the tier just in itself. So having a Pokemon that is able to take super effective damage and still live a V-Create is absolutely amazing, just to show you how physically defensive Cobalion is. So this set is obviously incredibly useful for any type of defensive support. Cobalion, as he says, has great typing, so it's able to resist a ton of things. It also could potentially get an attack boost through switching in on a dark type move through Justified, which will increase its usefulness because now it'll be even more powerful while also being incredibly defensive. So there's a lot of really awesome things that Cobalion has going for it on a defensive set like this, and it's one that I suggest that you all definitely try out. But that is it for this video, everyone. So I want to thank you all again for watching. Thank you for your submission, obviously. And as always, take care, goodbye, and I will see you all next time.